I'm back. Miss me yet? No? Okay, fine. Hopefully you had a great weekend. Kind of last free weekend here before we get back into regular schoolwork and things like that. Hopefully your other J-term class is going well. I think I am probably recovering very nicely right now. It was a simple surgery, so hopefully not too many complications came out of that, but please pray, because if we're at where I think we are, so if I had surgery on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I wasn't allowed to talk. I was allowed to be silent for 3 days, which then Saturday meant that I could speak for about 5 minutes and Sunday for about 10 minutes. So today I'm up to like 15. So consider yourself blessed, because you're the last person to hear this voice ever again. Now it's going to be a new voice moving forward, depending on what my vocal cords do. So, gosh, wow. You guys, you didn't know how special this class was till just now, did you? That's fantastic. All right, I got another psalm for you. Psalm 65. Okay, let's kick this off. It says, praise is due to you, O God, in Zion, and to you shall vows be performed. O you who hear prayer, to you shall all flesh come. When iniquities prevail against me, you atone for our transgressions. Blessed is the one you choose and bring near to dwell in your courts. We shall be satisfied with the goodness of your house, the holiness of your temple. By awesome deeds you answer us with righteousness, O God of our salvation, the hope of all the ends of the earth and the farthest seas. The one by whom his strength established the mountains, being girded with might, who stills the roaring of the seas, the roaring of the waves, the tumult of the people, so that those who dwell at the ends of the earth are in awe at your signs. You make going out of the morning and the evening to shout for joy. I love the imagery that this one is painting for us. It talks about all these things that are strong and mighty, right? It talks about the waves, the roaring of the seas, the mountains that are immovable by us. And it compares God with those by saying, you are mightier, right? You are stronger. You're the one who put those things into that place. You, God, are the one who is in control. Your might is visible and on display. And then we ended up there at the end of verse 8. It says, you make the going out of the morning and the evening to shout for joy. What a cool way to say the colors of the morning and the colors of the evening on display are vibrant, but they're shouting with joy for the God who created those colors. Again, we have an infinite God, which gives us infinite access to an infinite resource to make art something great. Verse 9, you visit the earth and water it. You greatly enrich it. The river of God is full of water. You provide their grain, for so you have prepared it. Your water, it furrows abundantly, settling its ridges, softening it with showers and blessing its growth. You crown the year with your bounty. Your wagon tracks overflow with abundance. The pastures of the wilderness overflow. The hills gird themselves with joy. The meadows clothe themselves with flocks. The valleys deck themselves with grain. They shout and sing together for joy. You know, one of the things I love about the Bible is that it basically says that even if you and I stop singing the praises of God, even the rocks themselves will begin to cry out. The things that God has created throughout our universe, this planet, everything in it, the stars and everything out there, worship God day in and day out. They sing praises. And you might ask yourself, how is that possible? It's simple. They're just doing what they are designed to do. And so as the grass grows, it's praising God. As the rocks sit there, they're praising God. As the stars spin in space, they are singing a song to God, declaring him to be the one who made those stars. Right? We worship God by doing what we were designed to do. And I love the imagery of water in the Bible. Water usually brings new life. Right? Kind of symbolizes that. That's why baptism is in water, raised to life again in him. There's also a section of Song of Solomon that talks about God's love. And it says this. It says basically the love is as strong as death. It's as unyielding as the grave. And many waters cannot quench it. Right? And so this idea of water being strong, water being powerful, of water bringing life, but then saying that the way God loves us makes it so that not even the strength of this water could ever move that love, paints for us a picture of God's goodness. And it's one that you and I could try to figure out to put on display in the art that we choose, whether through photography or not. Tell a story of God's love and of God's goodness. All right. So today then, we are kicking it into gear with editing, okay? So once you have taken the photos, almost every picture that you see nowadays has been edited in some way, shape, or form by the person who took it. We are going to be using a program called Lightroom. Hopefully by now, although the time I'm making this video, I don't know for sure, but hopefully by now, our tech department has gotten you access to have Lightroom on your iPads, which is why you needed your iPad for the class, okay? Once you do that, you can upload your photos into your Dropbox, and then you can download from there onto your iPad, and you can import them into Lightroom and begin to edit, okay? If for some reason we can't get Lightroom on your tablets, you can get it on your phone for free. It just doesn't have every functional use, but it has all the basics that you need. And if that can't work for you, there is also another app called Snapseed. Snapseed. Snapseed is also a free editing app that you can use, which is really more functional than Lightroom, but for our purposes, we just wanted to keep it together on one. So we're gonna watch a video here in a little bit about how you can use Lightroom to edit photos, what are the basics, what can you do with it. Our sub today will also walk you through some of that as well if you have any questions. I don't know exactly what she's going to talk about, but so I won't put any pressure on you, but she's going to kind of fill in the blanks as well and maybe see how you can do a few things through there. But then we're going to learn some basics of composition. Composition is just a funny way of saying how you structure your photo. So there's like a thing called the rule of thirds, right? Rule of thirds pretty much divides your camera into a tic-tac-toe board. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, rule of thirds, and stuff like that. And so I don't know if we're going to learn specifically the rule of thirds today, but that's just a way that you can structure your photos to help draw the viewer's attention into a certain spot. We're also going to learn like leading lines and things like that. But in the end, all we're looking for is don't just take a picture that's just straight on all the time. Maybe get a little lower, shoot up a little bit. Maybe you want to shoot down. Maybe you stand somebody on a wall and that wall goes way down the hallway there. Whatever it might be, the idea of composition is designed to make us think a little bit more in depth about the pictures that we're taking to help create a story in a photo, right? So don't forget your group projects. Don't forget your daily challenges. Those are your only grades for the class. So make sure you're getting those in. I have been looking at some of those pictures that you have taken, and man, oh man, let me tell you, you guys are great photographers. I have never seen such pictures in my entire life. Can't even describe them to you because that's how good they are. Or the fact that I recorded this on January 1st and you haven't actually submitted those pictures yet. But they look great. I have full confidence in your abilities. All right. Back to the substitute.